Hello, this is World University and Schools News and Open Hangout on Air. Please join us here on a Monday morning, Pacific time, California time, 10 a.m. in real-time video conferencing. If you have questions or thoughts or ideas you'd like to share about MIT OpenCourseWare-centric wiki World University and School.org. This is a conversation opportunity and a live stream. This video records to streams onto the YouTube platform, youtube.com/WORLD, and it's also recorded there at that World University and School YouTube channel. Please check it out. There are many recordings from previous weeks that are about so many aspects of developing and growing World University and School. World University and School is seeking our second undergraduate class online this autumn, 2020, in English for free-to-students bachelor's degrees in the college at World University and School. Students will be studying MIT OpenCourseWare-centric courses that are from the roughly 2,500 courses at MIT OpenCourseWare, which are Creative Commons 4 licensed. We're currently seeking to collaborate with edX, which was founded by both MIT and Harvard in 2012, and has about 205 courses in MITx, which have been developed from MIT OpenCourseWare. While MITx, under the umbrella of edX, and MIT OpenCourseWare are not related whatsoever organizationally, there is an opportunity here, potentially, as World University and School seeks to collaborate with edX, MITx, to explore offering these MIT OpenCourseWare courses in edX or in some relationship with edX. Please stay tuned for these developments. So in this live stream, that's item one I wanted to share with you. The second item I'd like to share with you is in a kind of research vein. World University and School is exploring and seeking in one of our wiki subject pages, longevity. I'll post that link in the YouTube recording below, to explore how World University and School might further facilitate questions of age reversal. This work is particularly being heralded by the Harvard and MIT professor of genetics, George Church in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and is focusing on, in George Church's scientific circles, on potentially adding genetic therapies to aging DNA, which loses an enzyme as the DNA ages, and is seeking to add this enzyme back and show this, prove that age reversal is possible in mice and dogs before humans. This is fascinating research and opens the prospect, and it's still very much a prospect, of living beyond 122 years of life, which Jeanne Calment, the French woman, lived to, oldest documented known living person ever. The reason why George Church is focusing on age reversal and not longevity. See also the longevity wiki subject page at World University and School, is because age reversal is clinically provable. In clinical trials, we should be able to prove that age is reversible. This is the hypothesis, and not necessarily longevity. It's difficult to prove what longevity is. So stay tuned. There's also a clinical trials wiki subject page at World University and School, which with time seeks to develop in all, among speakers of all known living languages, 7,111 known living languages. So to potentially facilitate further with all the great scientific research, clinical trials that have been carried out over decades in the US and in so many other countries, with potentially participants in all 7,111 living languages via the web, send potentially packets through the mail, but also explore doing clinical trials which would be computationally developed on the web in a variety of ways. The third item I wanted to share with you is World University and School's ongoing focus in developing a single realistic virtual Earth. Think Google Street View with Time Slider, Google Maps, Google Earth, TensorFlow for machine learning, and also Google Translate in approximately 100 languages, Wikidata, Wikibase in its 300 languages, and with avatar bots. So avatars potentially of you and me, and even for electronic medical records with time, that would help document potentially, for example, in a realistic virtual Earth, in avatar bot electronic medical records, the genetic therapies and even emergent and developing telerobotic surgery. So this realistic virtual Earth unfolding process at World University and School would be both for STEM field sites. Scientists would be able to develop in a single realistic virtual Earth their own research, simulations, virtual reality, engaging Google Poly, a library of virtual objects, as well as classrooms. This single realistic virtual Earth would be classrooms for students at World University and School online. Think again, Google Street View with Time Slider, with Second Life, which is group buildable and has avatar bots, and not yet realistic, but potentially World University and School will facilitate an emergent, realistic virtual Earth. So a fourth item and related is World University and School has the opportunity here to become one of the first artificial intelligence oriented universities, engaging machine learning as well. Artificial intelligence is computers acting intelligently, rationally, reasoning-wise, decision-making-wise. This has long been a focus and goal of computer science and AI, and World University and School would like to focus some of these questions further in terms of a single realistic virtual Earth. So one of the fascinating potentials with artificial intelligence is cognitive assistance, or even, for example, teaching coaches that are computers. The little Teva robot from the MIT Media Lab, from MIT. Wake up, Teva. that a child might say to it. And then this little fuzzy furry robot could become a music teacher or a math teacher for a 5-year-old, or a reading teacher. There's so much potential for this kind of AI. And if this robot that's physical out of the MIT Media Lab or MIT were also to develop with a virtual or digital robot in a realistic virtual Earth, then the potential for further AI developments, as well as a whole myriad of other kind of coding and machine learning developments on the virtual side in a realistic virtual environment would emerge. Potentially we'll get to professors as cognitive assistants, let's call them, per Jim Sporer, the IBM open science, open cognitive science director. So as this realistic virtual Earth develops for actual virtual, physical, digital developments, World University and School and our matriculating students potentially will develop all kinds of AI, and World University and School will also develop with artificial intelligence. The Creative Commons 4 licensing of MIT OpenCourseWare allows for 3 things: sharing, 1, adapting, 2, but non-commercially, 3. So World University and School can potentially add parts of these courses from MIT OpenCourseWare to developing AI and potentially personalize learning, for example, in any number of directions for students in potentially also all 200 countries' main and official languages. So that's today's World University and School news question and answer. Please join us next Monday, February 17th, 2020, 10 a.m. Pacific time, California time. I'm hopeful that we'll have a guest, Peter Bote, in this upcoming Monday or soon to join us and further this conversation about World University and School on Monday morning Pacific time. I think it's around 7 p.m. Western European time. So stay tuned for that. The YouTube channel where this video will be recorded is youtube.com/WORLD UNIVANDSCH. And the Twitter feed is similar, twitter.com/WORLD UNIVANDSCH. To join this conversation in these Hangouts, email info at worlduniversityandschool.org. That's also the homepage for World University and School. Stay tuned as well. Stay tuned about further developments for matriculating students this autumn 2020 at World University and School as we begin licensing with the State of California's Bureau for Private Post-Secondary Education. I'm Scott McLeod, info at worlduniversityandschool.org. Thank you for watching and see you next week.